Hi, as part of my practice around supporting sort of team and talent development, organisations often ask me to either advise them or to support them directly with building their talent pipeline. So most organisations now recognise that you can't just buy talent in, you've got to have a proactive process by which you identify talent early enough in their careers that you can help support their growth and development within the organisation for a few reasons. One is to retain them because you don't want them leaving and going working for a competitor. So once you've got great people, hold on to them and grow them. But more importantly, as the organisation develops, it's going to need more people, it's going to need more high skilled people. So if you can build a strong talent bench strength, as your organisation grows, you've got the right people ready to plug them into positions. And many organisations struggle because they just haven't got the quality talent internally. They can't find them externally or can't afford to bring them in externally. And so the whole ability to execute the strategy is compromised because they haven't got great people to deliver it. So generally organisations are pretty fixated, and most CEOs are generally quite fixated on their talent bench strength, the bench of people ready in the future to lead the organisation. So I do a lot of work with teams or individuals around high potential. How do you identify what is high potential? How do you find those people in the organisation? And how do you help accelerate their potential so they can move a bit quicker than the average person so that they can acquire more skills more quickly and be ready sooner for senior positions? Which poses the question really, what is potential? Now, many organisations have various ways to describe this, but broadly speaking, I think potential can be summed up in sort of three dimensions. So imagine sort of a Venn diagram with three circles. So the first one is really around aspiration, ambition. So it's really what are they aspiring to do? What's the level of ambition? And what you want people effectively hungry, people who have got a very clear sense that they want to be moving on quicker. And the reason you want people who are ambitious is because people who are high potential are going to have to go through a much more challenging career trajectory than the average person. And you need people who've got the sort of the fire, the ability to do the difficult things. So you're looking for people with high ambition, with high aspiration, who are prepared to probably work a bit harder, to do the more difficult things, because that's the fuel in the tank that you need. And fundamentally, it's got to align, I guess, with their personal ambitions. There's no point saying, well, we see you as a CEO if they don't want to do that. So you've got to really align that aspiration, ambition. So that's the first thing that you need to do. And in a separate video, we'll talk about how you do that. But the second area, which is more difficult, and you really have to test for, so this is where I think the more empirical testing is required, is their level of agility. Just because they've got the ambition to be the CEO, then do they have the agility? And we use the word agility really because it's about their ability to continually navigate new contexts. High potential people are generally people who are very good at moving into a new context, quickly learning, letting go of old behaviours, acquiring new behaviours, quickly building their knowledge so they can get the role quickly and move on again. So agility is really important. You can test for agility. You can test around personality. There are certain personality traits that are very correlated to successful agility and transition. Generally, there's a link with IQ. So if you're really smart, there's a good chance you'll be pretty good at transitioning. So it's really looking at what's the makeup of the person that predisposes them to be highly agile in terms of navigating multiple contexts. As part of that, resilience would be a key trait. You look for those people because they'd have to be pretty tough to navigate successive transitions in terms of roles that they're moving very quickly. And then the third area, which is equally as important, and again, is something that you need to explore very carefully with the individual and with the company, is what's their level of engagement. So what's their commitment to the organisation? The organisation is going to put them on this sort of fast track route. What's their commitment to the organisation? What's their sort of loyalty? So I guess, if you're investing huge amounts of money and energy in terms of accelerating these people's career, it might involve executive education, that kind of investment. You really want someone who's going to be in this for like the long haul, not someone who's just looking to jump ship as soon as they've got the next promotion. And I guess as part of that is culture fit. We know increasingly, when we look at high potential people, yes, you need highly ambitious, sort of smart IQ, EQ people, but you've got people who are nested in the culture of the organisation, and culture fit is incredibly important, especially as those people become more senior, because they obviously create the culture around them. And so there's got to be a very high alignment between the culture or the behaviours of that leader and the culture of the organisation. So in summary, it's aspiration, it's agility, and it's engagement. They would be the three dimensions that I'd always look for when I'm working with high potential people. Thank you.